for the beginners, how we get all those lines. So from the shoulder to the bust is 11 inches. So this is for the shoulder to the bust is 11 inches. How we get this chest line? Divide the bust measurement that you have. If it's 40, divide it into 6, add 1.5 inches to it. So this is how we get this chest line. So from the shoulder to the waistline that I'm working with is 18 inches. From the shoulder to the waistline, you can call it half length. For the shoulder to the waistline that I'm working with is 18 inches. So while from the waist to the hip is 9 inches. So what I did, I measure from the waist to the hip 9 inches. So what I'm going to do, this is the shoulder line. How we get this shoulder line? Because it's a brazier jacket. So what we have is 8 inches. 16 divided into 2, it will give us 8 inches, right? So I add extra 1 inches to it. Sorry, that is 17. 17 divided into 2, it will 16 divided into 2, yes, it will give us 8 inches. Then I add extra 1 inches to it, making 9 inches. So because of it, we have pads. If you are transferring it to the paper, from paper to the material, don't forget that we have the shoulder pad on it. So it's 9 inches. So the depth of the neckline and the width of the neckline is 3 inches from here, 3 inches, while from here is also 3 inches. So the same measurement that I have here, I bring it to this place. You can see the same 9 inches. So what we are going to do is we are going to place our measurement. So the measurement that we are working with, that is bust 43 divided into 4. I will place the measurement. Then I'll also place the same measurement here. The same measurement here. So I'm going to come to the waistline. The waistline, the measurement that we have from the waistline that I'm working with is 39. 39 divided into 4. Then I'll also place it this way. So while the hip line, the measurement we are working with, then I'm going to place it this way. That is 48. So I'm going to connect this line together. I will connect this line together like this first. You can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to connect from here. You can see I'll connect from here to this waist. So while from this place, this is the hip line, then I'm going to measure what we have here. So this place, then I'll connect it to this place like so. You can see what I'm doing. Please, this moment, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll be wondering this line that I have here, this will serve as our button because there's a button on the shirt, on the brazier. So the measurement I'm working for the button is 1.5 inches. This will serve as our button line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide what I have what I have here. This is I'm going to divide it into 2. I'm going to divide what I have here like so. I'm going to divide it this way, divide it into 2 like so. This will serve our center. This is the center. So I'm going to come in by ½ inch. I'm going to come in by ½ inch because it's a brazier jacket. Then I'm going to come here by ½ inch. You can see I'll come here by ½ inch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect this line together from here. I'll connect this line together like so. Then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to connect from here to this ½ inches that I come down with. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to bring it down like so. On a normal note, if I want to connect it, I will connect it to this place. Because I cut that with ½ inch, I'm going to connect it to this place. I hope you can see. So from this hip line, if you look at the hip, you know that the hip line is extended. If you see the hip line, it's like a flare. So I'm going to add extra 3 inches to it. Sorry, let me connect this place. I will add extra 3 inches to it. From here, I will add extra 3 inches to it. From this hip line, this is the extra 3 inches. So from this place, I'm going to connect it to meet this line. Like so. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to connect it to meet this line. So this is not the line that we are working, no more this is the line that we are working with. And if you look at the side very well, how you want your button to start, where you want your button to start. So I'm going to come up from this chest for this bust line. I will come up by 1 inches. I will come up by 1 inches. If you look at the style, you will take close look at it where the button starts. It depends on you, is optional. If you want your button to start from the bust below up, from the bust up. So I'm going to measure what I have here. For the shoulder to this place, I have 10. So this is okay. So while from this down, we are done with that. While from this down, this is the hip line, right? So before that, I'm going to rule this line like so. So this is where my button is going to start. You can see this is the line. So while from this hip, I'm going to come down by 3 inches. I hope you can see. I will come down by 3 inches from this hip line. I will come down by this place that the button is going to start. This from this button, I will come down by 3 inches. So while from this place, from this my hip side, I will go up by 3 inches. I hope you can see. So I will go up by 3 inches. So I'm going to connect this line together like so. Make sure they cross each other. You can see. I'm going to connect this line like so. You can see what I'm doing. If you look at the side very well, you know, you look at it. Let me show you the style on the screen so that you can see it. So you can see this is how the style is. So what we are going to do now, so we are going to connect from this our neckline to this place that our button is going to start. So we're going to use our we are going to use our curve ruler to connect it this way. You can see what I'm doing. I'll connect it. I just want to show you guys the style. So I'm going to connect it this way. I hope you can see what I'm doing. You can use your fresh curve. So this is how the line, this is how the neck is going to be. So from this place, from this my waistline, I'm going to come down where the button is going to stop. So I'm going to come down. I'm going to measure how many inch that I want. So this is 4.5 inch. So this is where the button is going to stop. So I'm going to just rule it straight line this way. I'll rule it this way. So from this place to this place, so I'm going to connect it together. So I'm going to use my French curve. If you have any other ruler that is curved more than this, you can use it. So I'm going to place it this way. Make sure that this place is curved. You can see what I'm doing. So I will connect it this way, like so. You can see. So this is how it's going to look like. So what I'm going to do from this bust line, I'm going to place the nipple to nipple. So the nipple to nipple is a 4.5 inch. So I'm going to place the same thing from the waistline. Then I will place the same thing to the hip line. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So I will connect this line together. We all know this. I'm going to connect this line together. I'll connect this line together. Please, you can see the style on the screen. We are not doing magic. After connecting it together, I will take a 0.7 this side. It all work for everyone. As far as you have, even though you have a big size, these all work from everyone. 0.5, 0.7 inches, 0.7 inch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect it to this bust line first. I will connect it from here, from this place. I will connect it this way. So I'll connect this side to meet this side as well. You can see what I'm doing. So I will also connect to meet the hip. You can see. Oh, sorry. Please, this moment, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please. So you can see what I'm doing. So the difference between the waist for the front and the waist for the back is 1.5 inch. This will serve as our side dart. So this is 1.5 inch. You should not forget, if the waist length, half length of the front is 18 inches. So what we have for the back will be 16.5 inch. So we are going to connect from this place to meet exactly this bust point. You can see. You can see what I'm doing. So this is how. So after that, so we are going to divide what we have here from this place to this place. This is the shoulder. We will divide what we have here. What I have here is 6 inches. So it will be 3 inches, right? So from this place, I'm going to connect it to meet this line. You can see what I'm doing. I'm going to connect it to meet this line. I'm going to roll it this way. You can see this is how it's going to look like. So we should not forget this is 1.5 inches. So we are going to place it here for the waistline. We should not forget. And you are going to have 0.7 inches for the sewing allowance. I forget to do that. I already add the 0.5 inch, 0.7 inches, 0.7 inches. So I'm going to connect this line together. So when we after that, so from this place, I'm going to connect it to I'm going to connect it from here to meet this neckline. It depends how you want it to be. So I'm just going to place my ruler. It does not mean that you are going to take any measurement. So this is how it's going to be. So from here, I will take a 0.25 inches, 0.25 inch. So I'm going to place it. If you don't know that, I'm going to place it. This is 0.25 inch from this place to this place. This is 0.25 inch. I hope you can see. So I'm going to place it this way, 0.25 inch, then 0.25 inch. I hope you can see. So I will connect it this way, like so. Sorry, 0.25 inch should be like this. From here, this way, then from here, this way. So I'm going to connect it from here to meet this place like so. You can see, connect it this way, connect it this way. So what I'm going to do is just for me to cut it out. Please, when you are cutting it, make sure that you are going to, when you are cutting, make sure that you label it first before you cut it. We label it. We should not forget when we are cutting, we are going to fold this side in. So I'm going to add this allowance together before we cut it out. So after cutting it, this is the bust dart. Then this is the bust dart. I open it, so I'm going to cover it this way. If I cover it this way, it's going to be short. So I'm going to use my sellotape to hold it down, so that I don't want it to be to shift. So I'm going to use my sellotape to hold it down this way. I hope you can see. Before I'm going to trim all those out, I'm going to trim this. So I just want to show this place. So this is how it's going to look like after opening the side dart. So we already done with the front. After cutting it, at this side it's going to look like. You know that this side dart will close it, and this other dart will take a 0.25, we also close it. So this is how the front is going to look like. You can see that everything is aligned together. They're in the right track. So we are going to place this aside, and then we are going to bring the back pattern. This is the back pattern. So the difference that we have here is that the neck depth is 1.5 inches. So it's 1.5 inches that I use. Sorry, it's 1.5 inch. Sorry, this is 1.5 inch. So what I have here is 2.5 inches before. I'm using 1.5 inch. So I'm going to connect these lines together so that it will not be mistaken. So this is a 1.5 inch. So I will connect this line like so. Please, this moment, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. So while from this place, you know that, like I said, that the waist from the back is different from the waist on the front, right? So what I have here is 16 inches. What we have from the front before is 18 inches. 1.5 inches different, right? That's what our sides dart. So this is my waist. So from the waist, come down by 9 inches, like the same thing I did at the front, 9 inches. So this will not serve as my hip line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place the body measurement. So the body measurement, I'm going to place it, the waist, the bust, the waist, divide the waist into 4, then I'll place the measurement. Then I'll come to the hip, divide the hip into 4, then I'm going to place it. I hope you can see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect this line together first. I'll connect this line like so, connect it together. So this is, I'll connect this one together as well. So what I'm going to do, this is my armhole. How we get the armhole, like I already explained for the front. Divide the armhole into 6, add 1.5 inches to it. So this is my armhole divided into 2. So this is the center point. I hope you can see this is the center point. Then I'm going to come from here. I will come down by half inch, 0.7 inch or 1/2 inch. So if I'm connecting, I'll connect it from here to this place and this side. I hope you can see. First of all, I'm going to connect this line together like so. So if I'm connecting, you can see the way I'm connecting it. This is how I'm going to connect it. On a normal, if I want to connect it, I'm going to stop here because this is a brace there. I will come down by 0.7 inches. I'll connect it this way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide the nipple to nipple. The nipple to nipple we are working with is a 4.5. I will mark it here for the chest line. Then I'll also do the same thing. I will mark it here. So I'll come to the hip line. I will mark the same thing here. So I'll connect this line together. So I'm going to connect this line together. You can see I'll connect this line together like so. So from the bust, I'll connect this line. So I'll come to the waistline. I will take a 1/2 inch this side. This side I will take 1/2 inch. While this side I will take 1/2 inch. When you plus it together, it will give you 1 inch, right? So from here, I'm going to connect this place, this 1/2 inch that I take. I'll connect it. We should not forget that we are going to place that 1/2 inch back to the waistline. So I'll connect it this way. So I'm going to connect it to the hip line. Please, you can see the style on the screen. I'm going to connect it to the hip line. I hope you can see. So I'll connect this side like so. You can see what I'm doing. So the same thing that we did at the front side. So what we have here, I'm going to take the measurement. What we have here is 6 inches. 6 divided into 2. Let me take it again. This is 6 inches. The same measurement, it will give us 3, right? So I'm going to divide the 3 like so. So I will connect it from this place to meet this bust line. I will connect it this way. I hope you can see. You can see the way I'm connecting it. So I'm going to come to this hip side, like the same thing that we did. So I'm going to take 3 inches. I'm going to extend it by 3 inches. So we have everything. I will extend it by 3 inches. So if I'm connecting, I will connect from this place, from this waistline to meet this side. This waistline to meet this place. You can see I'll connect it this way. So this will now serve as our we are not going to cut it. This is now our new line. So I'm going to come up the same thing I did at the front, come up by 3 inches. I hope you can see this is the line, come up by 3 inches. So from this place, I will now connect it from here like so. You can see I will connect it this side. You can use it, you can use your cuff to connect it. So this is for the back. Like this, we are done with the back pattern. It's not for us to cut it out. So we already cut it. So this is the back pattern. You can see this is how it's going to look like. I hope you can see this out. This is the back pattern. I'll place this aside while this is the front pattern. If you look at the style very weird, you can see this is how the down is like. So this is how the waist is going to look like. Please, in this moment, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe to Purity Grace TV. Please subscribe. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and press the notification bell. So this is the back and front. So this is the front, while this is the back. My name remains Purity Grace. God bless you. Bye.